Hey everybody, welcome back to my channel. In this video, I have two really cool inlay cards that we're going to be working with for spring. So I'm going to use two different die sets. One is from Lawn Fawn, Happy Spring, and then the other is Inlay Posies. I saw this and I love doing inlays, or at least I love the look. I've never done it before, so I'm really excited to be trying this out for this card. We're going to be using a lot of Recollections cardstock. We're going to be using this pink collection, the lighter pink and the darker pink. And then we're also going to pull from the green, that lime green looking color, and also the darker green. I just thought these colors really complement one another and will be really pretty on this card. As you can see here in the example, there are two different types of greens for the leaf part and the stem. So I thought, why not mimic the same thing? And also for the centers, we're going to be using the lighter pale yellow, which is the one that I'm about to pull out. And we're going to be using that for the centers. We're going to go ahead and run the Inlay Posy die set in all of the colors, just so we can get the different elements of each flower. So you actually can make quite a few cards with this. It is time consuming. This is about a 15-minute video, and if I'm being completely honest, this actually took over 2.5 hours. Not not continuously. I did have to walk away to get a few things, so roughly about 2 hours. I know it took about 50 minutes just to assemble the inlay, and so you'll see that here in a moment, but we're going to speed up the process. So here I'm just simply organizing the colors and then also getting rid of the elements that I don't need in that specific color. And I also am going to be using yellow, this pale yellow, and I spoke to this earlier, that I thought I was just going to do the centers and in this yellow, but I opted for a third color for the flowers. So this pale yellow will be for the third color for the flower, and then I use this darker yellow that you see here. That will be used for the centers of each one. Now, you most certainly can keep all of these and make several different versions, because you definitely will have a surplus of the dies that are being cut out. So in this, I'm going to go ahead and cut out just the green and the lighter green using my little magnetic thing to lift those dies up as they get pretty stuck on there on the mat. And then again, just getting those centers out. Now here you can see my daughter, she decided to come help me to craft, and she was just playing around with my die and helping mommy, being a really good assistant to me. I love crafting with her, and I love that she has a huge interest in my crafts. It's so much fun. I can't wait till she gets a little older. Now here, I cut out my card panel. It's 4.25 by 5.5. And I'm going to be using this as my panel. And at first I had decided that I was going to build it up a little bit. So all those negative pieces that I would discard, I was going to build it up and add a little bit of height and dimension. And it was way too time consuming, so I ended up not doing that. So all those pieces will eventually get discarded. So again, we're working with an US A2 card size. So we have a 4.25 by 11, and we scored it at the 5.5-inch mark. You see here that I am using my bone folder to go ahead and give it a really good crease, adding my little magnetic bar, and then I'm just adding some liquid glue to the back of it. It did take some time to glue it, but it's better than using the spray adhesive. To me, that's just way too messy, and you don't have as much wiggle room as you do with liquid glue. So here's just the speeded up process of me laying out all of my flowers. So go ahead and sit back and enjoy me assembling. Now this part, I will tell you though, this took me about 50 minutes. So this is a very time consuming portion or part of the card. So put on your favorite crafter or your favorite show and just watch or listen and complete your card, because this does take some time to complete. use my mini evolution from We Are Makers to cut out that happy spring. And you'll see here in a second that as I'm taking it out and placing it on my card, I felt that it got lost within the busy background. That is a really busy background. And I wish that this die set had an offset. So I'm going to have to make my own using the darker blue. But you'll actually see that I didn't really want to introduce a new color to this card since there is a lot going on in the background. So I am cutting this to size, and then I ended up just changing my mind, and you'll see what color that I end up using here in a moment. So again, just kind of placing it on there, and I'm like, yeah, this doesn't really look good. I mean, it's okay, but it just, I think there could be something better. And so I ended up using the gray and the pink, which is the same pink in some of those flowers, but I still wasn't too happy. I felt like those corners were too sharp and just wasn't flowing right with the roundness and curvature of the flowers. So I ended up using my We Are Makers corner rounds. You have 3 different options, and so I ended up just using the wider one or the broader one, and I really feel like it took away that sharpness to the offset that I created myself. So I feel like every die should be mandatory to have an offset. And then I decided to be dumb here and quarter round every quarter on the actual card, to go through 110-pound cardstock and then go through another 80-pound cardstock plus some of the dies. And I said, well, that's not going to work. So I kind of ruined the corner of my card, but ended up just being fine. So I added some liquid glue to my happy spring. Now you could add some more dimension by using layers, but I opted not to. And then I just added some foam tape to the back of the sentiment to provide just a little bit of dimension. And then of course placing it right in the center of the card. Super cute, and I actually really love it. And I feel like even though we had that bold offset of the happy spring, it doesn't really take away from all the work that we just did, because it did cover up some of it. Here I'm just trimming up the surplus from the card panel itself, just because it did hang over just a little bit. So I do feel this card still needed a little something extra, so I ended up using these opal iridescent, I think it's like a peach color from Pink Fresh Studio, and it really took on the color of the yellows and the pinks. So here I'm just adding some liquid glue to the back of the sequins, and these are holeless sequins, which is what I really like. I don't mind the hole in the center, but I do prefer this instead, and I really like how it took on those colors. So again, a little oopsie doopsie there, but I don't think it ruins the card by any means. And you can really see that yellow and pink pulling from those sequins. I probably would have added more, but I kind of just like the simplistic nature of the sequins. Now, I'm decided, since I have all this extra cardstock, I decided to go ahead and make another card, but make it a little bit more simple. I actually pulled some pink glitter cardstock to give it a little bit of a, I guess, a little bit of a glam look to it, if you will. And I'm also using a different stamp from a different set from scrapbook.com. It says Happy Spring. And this one's going to be way more simplistic than the other card. So I wanted it to be a little bit just on the plainer side and on the smaller side. I'll be sure to link everything in the description box below, so that way you can have access to these stamps and die sets as well. So again, I'm going to wipe off my stamp and then run my die through my little We Are Makers mini evolution machine to get that cut out. And actually here I was surprised with how well centered I had. This was a little bit off, but overall I liked it. So here I'm just going to go ahead and take off the foam tape to the back of my panel, because I always want to put my panel on the card base and then assemble from there, just because I don't want to have it moving around and I don't want my magnetic bars to get in the way. So now I'm just trying to place all of those dies, or all the cutouts, excuse me, onto the card and kind of figure out placement. And then once I find that I'm happy with the placement, what I ended up doing was I initially was going to take out the two centers and then glue that smaller pink flower, that inside, not the round one, but the smaller pink one. And then I'm like, what if it gets it shifts it. I wasn't too happy about that. So I thought I would base the alignment off of the stem of the flower, and then that would help me position and locate where the bloom would go onto that stem. So the important part of me trying to line this up was placing the stem of the flower correctly, and then of course lining that up. Once I got that into position, the rest was pretty easy to do. So this part did take me about 20 minutes to do, so it is a little time consuming just because I wanted to take my time. So again, I got the inside layer, the pink one, the lighter pink done, and then of course just added that center, which is the glitter cardstock. And I really think that really elevated the card by adding that pink glitter. So once I got that done, it was the rinse and repeat process. So I didn't use any tools to line up my flowers. It was just all by sight. And so it could be off, it could be right on. I don't know. It looks like it's right on. You'll see here in a minute what that end result looks like. But again, I just kind of eyed it up and got it into position of where I liked it and I was happy with it. And then I was pretty pleased with the results. So now that I have them all glued down, I'm going to go ahead and glue my sentiment. I opted not to add any layers to it or any foam tape because I feel like it just needs to be flat and it just needs to be simple in comparison to the other cards. So that's why you don't see any dimension provided in this card. So I did use my T-square to go ahead and try to line up my sentiment as best as possible. And I love how this card turned out. It was probably my favorite between the two, but just look at the simplistic nature of the one on the right versus the one on the left. It was really pretty, and both of them were really fun. It actually kind of makes those flowers on the right card look even bigger. I don't know, just to me, when they're standing alone like that, it just like, okay, it just looks so different. It was like, is it even the same die set? All right, thank you so much for watching. I will catch you guys in the next card or craft video. Bye.